So guys, I hope you've enjoyed all of those November specials. For the final episode, me and Oscar want to talk about something that's really important, I think, for men, which is self-esteem and everything that comes with that. So the way I want to structure this is I want to talk about what has made my self-esteem go up and like what things I do, and you can talk about your things as well. So we'll touch on fashion, grooming. So guys, these are going to be some like practical tips to help with self-esteem. So Oscar. Personally, myself, I've looked at self-esteem and grooming as things that really go hand in hand. I want to know for you, what's been your journey? Like, you know, when you're a kid, how did you first learn how to dress, how to groom? Where was that journey? Was it like your father? Was it your peers? How did that go?
To be honest, I learned, I kind of learned how to dress because of the culture I come from. I was raised in South Sea.
Okay.
So there, you know, how you look, the freshness, the FUBU, the Sean John.
FUBU, the old school.
FUBU, Sean John, Slim Shady, the Air Force Ones, the Tims. I come from that culture. So, so fashion for me has always been something of interest, and particularly its relationship with hip hop. It's insane that we're at a place that has a lot of hip hop like references. So so I grew up in that type of neighborhood. And like, you know, the guy who had the freshest Air Force Ones, the cleanest, you know, like, you know, you even used to brush your Air Force Ones. Like the mud is like, you know.
It's unacceptable.
It's unacceptable, you know, So that's kind of the culture I grew up from. So just growing into that and into myself from that young age, from that kind of background, I've always taken kind of how I look and how I dress a little bit seriously. And it helps, you know, it helps with the ladies, won't lie.
Because one thing I think you notice is when somebody's like down and out on their luck, regardless if it's a money thing or if it's just like a mental thing, the one thing you see that changes is their appearance straight away. That's why I think there's such like an intrinsic link for me in terms of looking good. Because when I leave, so my thing, let me tell my backstory. I was actually talking to my mum this week about this. When I was like a child, nursery, you know those Velcro shoes that you used to wear? With the Velcro. We would be late. She's got like my sister in the pram, she's got me, and then she's like, does my shoes really quickly. Like, you're a rushed mum. Like, she's like, let's go. And I'll be like, no, I'm not going. She's like, why? She's like, my shoe.
Are you kidding me?
I was that kid. I didn't even know why, but I was so like, for me, that was like a big thing. And that's kind of, I think, there's some things I think you're just born with. Like me, when it came to like clothes and stuff, I was just like from a young age. So what I found is school is an important factor. When it comes to self-esteem and appearance, you find that the guys that get it first, that click onto it first, they have a much easier time. Because, you know, as soon as you go into school, when it's non-uniform, did you have non-uniform? You had non-uniform.
No, for us it was always uniform.
There was no, So for us, we used to have a day, like every few months, we would like raise money for charity. So you can come with no uniform, but you have to pay £1. So then everyone in school's paid £1 to dress. So that happened every few months.
That's clever. We should take that out.
Honestly, and you just raise money for one. That's a really good idea. Done. So you raise money for a certain charity. So on that day, it's like, who is dressed in what? Like your pressure, the pressure is on for that day. I don't know how American people do it, but honestly, like every day was So that used to be a thing. Like you kind of gauge your social standings within school from how you're dressed and how you appeared. So for me, that was a way on getting like in a good pecking order and getting some like respect. Because I feel like that translates from school even to like work.
Dude, like that specific story about how fashion for you was a means of you know expression and like determining who's who in your school. And that's kind of what it was at that age. Do you still think it applies even now in society?
100%. 100%. And I feel like even when you're going in, you're in the corporate world. And I feel like there's a lot of first impressions, like on a weekly basis. You're going into a meeting, now it's suit game. How is that for you in work? Like in the corporate world, is it the same as school?
The thing about a suit is it does one of two things. The first thing it does is it unifies like the office. Like you can't really tell, you know, like it makes everyone have a certain standard of cleanliness and a standard of hygiene, and everyone looks fantastic, you know. But then there's also the other side, which is the type of suit that you're wearing, the cut of the suit, whether you like wide or narrow lapels, whether you wear your height. Like I always advise you when you're wearing a suit, like these suits work best for your height, these suits would work best for my height, and just those little variations and differences make such a difference in the boardroom because it gives you that thing called presence. And if you have presence, you can lead. You get what I mean? A present man is a leader, a man who walks into a room and everyone wants to hear what he has to say. Of course, you must be competent. A suit won't get you everything.
It gets you so far.
Yeah,
it
but
gets you the first impression.
But it gets you exactly. Like, and you understand that in Nairobi and in African business culture, age, being a young person is not necessarily looked at as a nice thing. Sometimes it's frowned upon. The youth rarely are given an opportunity to express themselves in those boardrooms. And it's only very progressive leaders who allow them that opportunity. So a suit kind of makes them feel like you're mature, you can take care of whatever situation it is that they put in front of you. And a good suit particularly is life. It's life. And I love it.
I love a good suit. I love a good suit. I think so. We basically expressed how important appearance is. But let's rewind now to some. Let's give them tips on how to get to that level of like well presented. Because one thing I've realized is some people genuinely just don't know. Like it's just they're just baffled. It looks like a really complex topic, and I want us to break that myth down in terms of looking good. So I'll kick off, right? So my main thing, and I've said this a few times on social media, is to do with the way your clothes fit. That's the most important thing, because whenever it fit, and then also, okay, let's start with fit. I was going to go into grooming. Let's start with the fit. When it comes to clothing, like there's an assumption that you have to buy the latest thing, you have to buy the most expensive thing. But if somebody stands next to you, right, and this is no diss to anyone that's in the streetwear or stuff like that, but if somebody in streetwear stands next to you and somebody in like basic well-fitted clothes that's like half the price, and they go into like a corporate place or go into a restaurant, you're going to get more respect being simple, and you're going to get more respect if your clothes just fit nicely. And that doesn't mean going and investing in like malls. You can even like, if within your budget, because we also don't want people to spend too much money, within your budget you can thrift, or you can go to shops like what we dressed in today. This is just LC. Wait for us today.
LC Waikiki,
bro. LC Waikiki. Bruh. And it's like, it's not...
Bro, wait. LC Waikiki.
LC Waikiki.
Let's say without chest. LC Waikiki.
So today this is just LC. This is LC from sock to top. My shoes are different. But sock to top.
Me, top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom. Like, I really like LC Waikiki because they have like simple stuff that I can pick out, accessorize, like just, I can play with. If I decided to put on this white shirt with a chain, I could. I threw on a leather jacket, it worked out. That's the sweetness of having a simple kind of wardrobe. You can just move it around and it'll play to your strengths. And the white sneakers,
White sneakers, it's always a go. It's always a go. So like, okay, let's be really like, break it. How much, okay, so right now we both look very presentable, right? How much is your whole outfit, just generally, roughly?
The leather jacket is heavy.
Without the leather jacket.
Without the leather jacket. The leather jacket, because it's kind of, this will last a long time.
That's one thing.
So I'd say 5,000.
5,000, exactly.
5,000,
Similar. 5,000, and you're looking presentable. 5, so my point is that you don't have to go and break the bank. And somebody might spend 5,000 on one branded T-shirt, and I always look at, there's a thing called cost per wear. This is what, whenever I'm shopping, I think cost per wear.
Okay.
So if you're buying something that's like 5,000 and you wear that twice, that thing has cost you 2,500, right? If you buy this whole outfit and I wear this, like, I can wear this and keep rotating with different things over like a year. So maybe I've worn it like, 50 times. 50 times. So now if you look at the cost per wear, these have served me much more than that person that can't wear the big branded thing more than once. So when I go shopping, that's what I look at.
That's clever.
So I would never buy like...
That's new, even me and Blanda, that's new.
Cost per wear. We'll put a little diagram maybe.
Maybe.
Eric, sorry, you're going to have to put a little diagram cost per wear. It's really, and that's what I can never buy designer stuff. I can never buy designer stuff. The only thing I can spend money on is a suit, because that cost per wear, how many times do you wear that suit? So that's what guys should look at when they're dressing. Cost per wear.
So you'd never spend money on designer stuff?
I don't buy designer. Or like, you rarely see me with something branded, unless it's like Ralph. But then again, cost per wear, you're gonna wear Ralph a lot. It's simple.
So something like, let's say, something like Dior or
never,
Versace.
never.
But like, what if it has good cost per wear? Like, is there a luxury item that can have good cost per wear?
A luxury item that's a leather jacket, I can do, because it's not branded, and a leather jacket you can wear multiple times. So that's how I always look at it.
I saw some really nice leather jackets at Pierre Cardin. Really nice in Two Rivers. I saw them and I was like, damn. I wouldn't mind. Stuff like leather is important to invest in. So the thing is, when the point of all this fashion talk is that when you know how you feel when you put a suit on compared to when you're wearing joggers and a t-shirt. So invest and take time to Google research, literally follow influencers like myself, other guys that do fashion, and invest that time in yourself, because once you know, it's stuff that you're not going to forget. Right? And I also feel like a lot of the fashion guys, I feel like, put some pressure I mean, I always feel like I'm not that big on it. I like how I dress and stuff, but I'm not that big on it. But I always feel like there's pressure to work out, just lose weight and stuff. And like a lot of people feel detached from that. So for me, it's like, yeah, if you're picking clothes, dress your body. Your body is fine.
That's so true.
And self-esteem in terms of body. If you feel like you're not the type of person who likes to work out, feel nothing. Like don't feel the stress. Like go to a shop, pick something that's your size. If you're an XL, just pick something that fits you. And don't feel shy about it.
100%.
Because trust me, when the outfit comes together, it comes together.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and also fashion is a form of expression.
Yes.
And like you said, for self-esteem, it's a form of expression. So when you pick out what you're dressing and the vibe and how you're feeling, if you're like the camera guys around us who are dressed fantastically well for their jobs, functional, fantastic, confident, they're good at what they do, and you can even tell in how they dress. Even you express yourself with how you dress. Like if you're like me, someone who grew up in a hip hop community, someone who grew up, with a bit of a rough side, express it with a nice little jacket, some sneakers. You don't always have to take yourself too seriously.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's the vibe.
Because I feel like you say what you think of yourself before you've even said it.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to speak through fashion, bro.
Yeah. On the topic of body size and body. So like we've got two different dilemmas. Yeah. You're a tall guy, a big guy. I'm a small guy. Yeah. And stocky, like average body. Yeah. So my thing is there's 5 different body types. We're not going to go into it. Yeah. There's a video on my Instagram.
There's a video on his Instagram?
Yeah, literally, it goes through, there's 5 body types that you can go through. Yeah. So for me, I had to learn that as a short guy, there's some things that don't do me justice. I'll look smaller if I wear certain things. Right?
Like what?
If I wear horizontal stripes, have you noticed everything's striped that way? If I wear horizontal stripes...
It's the detail.
If I wear horizontal or really dark colors, I get smaller. Right, because dark equals you get smaller, light equals you get bigger. That's the general principle. So if you're big like on the waist, then you want to wear dark, and then you want to wear light on top, right? So that's what you want to like battle your body with color. Yeah. But we won't go into too much details. So how did you like discover what works for you in terms of clothing?
You want me to be honest? Hanging out with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Serious? Yeah. Love that. Yeah. Love that. Serious.
Hang out with you, Like, wow. I always used to, like I said, hip hop community, oversized shirts, sagging trousers. In fact, I used to sag my trousers till I was like in my second year of uni. So sagging trousers, oversized shoes. Like I used to be, I'm a sneakerhead till today. I love the Air Force Ones, retros, Jordans. I'm that type of person. Yeah. But as I've grown older, it's like, I kind of make them occasional, an occasional wear because they're very expensive. The sneaker culture is very expensive to maintain if they're originals. Yeah. So what I do is when I was hanging out with you, I just realized, there's more to this. There's more to this. So when I started to read, I started to do the research, Mr. Potter, your content, Dapper Brother, his content, everyone's Martin and how he also pays attention to detail in how he dresses, Nick and Man Cave. That was like, bruh, you're tall, you have a bit of a fair face, play with it. So I started to play with it, and it's turned out.
Yeah, 100%. I didn't even. This is the first time you told me that. That's amazing. So peers are important. Like hang out with people that are gonna elevate you, even if it's style.
Yeah, even your style. Like I feel like, and the thing is, you stand out. If people have known you for a long time, they'll notice the evolution of your wardrobe.
True.
Like they'll be like, damn, bro. You're neat. And like just that. It's just, I guess it's who you are as a person, and how you change that facet of yourself because you're with someone else and you're with the other guys and you're just thinking and talking and brainstorming. And just that period, I think I learned a lot from that.
Amazing. I want us to finish off on grooming, because there's fashion and then there's looking after your body, like your body, your skin, your everything, right? So for me, I've said again, I feel like I'm repeating because I talk about this on my pages, but like I've always said, like grooming is a way to success. Right, because when you take your one responsibility, that's your body, seriously, then when you're doing other stuff, you started with yourself. Then you can take on a task. You take on like your boss is giving you something. If you've looked after Oscar, I'm fresh, I'm ready. When you're going into that, you're going to feel more prepared. Rather than if you roll out of bed, you're not going to start working properly.
Fair.
So that's on a really micro level, but on a macro level, in terms of like life and grooming and like hygiene and health, I can't stress the importance of investing in products that are going to like elevate your skin, elevate your hair, and just elevate you as a person. Like especially odor and smells, because I feel like people really pay attention to that, because your opinion of somebody can go really low no matter how well they're dressed, if they're not smelling the part.
Yeah.
So what's been your journey with like grooming? Obviously you're a bearded guy. How's that been for you?
I have a lot to thank Castro's Man Cave for. Like, let's just start
honorable
with that.
shout out.
Yeah, honorable shout out. Yeah, you know, like I had a very progressive barber. We sat down, and like I was 24, 24, and
all those years ago.
Yeah, no, all those years ago. It's not very recently. I was like 20. Yeah. No, actually 23, 22. I felt like my hairline was just running away. It was,
really? Yeah.
And it still is. It's running away.
Yeah.
And you know, and I'm wondering, okay, what do? I go to the barber shop. They always use that same standard cut. It's not personal for them, so they just do what they need to do. But like when I went to Man Cave, it was a bit more personal. You know what I mean? And the barber told me like, bruh, I think you should work the bald look. I was like, bald? Me, go bald at my age? I was like, yeah, okay, fine. So we tried it, went well. And we've just been focused on beard products, stuff like nice beard oil.
And it's paid. It's strong.
Yeah. Nice. So it's like, it's been 2-3 years of work on, you know, my beard and how my face looks. And also like, you know, because I never used to do facials. I never used to get skincare for the face. And I never used to know about all that. I mean, men, we rarely talk about that in Kenya. Yeah. So when I finally decided to invest in that, that also paid dividend. And so now my next investment now is going to be probably working out and stuff, and now getting into your side of life, which I find annoying. You and Rotimi. Rotimi. I hate you. I hope you know I hate you. Every day, press ups, crunches. I hate that guy.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Like you're just like, Oscar, come on now. You know? Yeah, you know, Rotimi, shout out. So so like that's kind of how I've grown. Like I accept the peers. Once my peers changed a bit, like I kind of grew my circle, I grew as a man and as a person, and I just started to be more conscious of it. Yeah.
In your corporate world, because a lot of guys that watch this, maybe they're in uni with the hopes of getting a decent job like you did. How important is like
how you
odor
smell?
and
how you smell?
Tell them, Oscar. Tell them.
I'll give you a horror story. Like I prefer, you know, I give you a horror story.
And you take from it.
Yeah, take from it.
Parables.
Like, I swear, there was this one time we were sat in a meeting with this guy, very wealthy dude. So we sat in a meeting where with the partners. My partner's always fresh, man. Like shout out to Triple OK Law. They're always fresh. Like they never. The drip is constant. So we go into a meeting and this guy walks in, and as much as he's wearing a suit, he's not. It's a cotton suit and it's a hot day. It's a cotton suit and it's hot. This is Nairobi afternoon. So like. The sun has gotten to him and he's sweating profusely. And the smell that was in that room, we were trying our best to be professional and precious, but it was a bit too much, man. Like, I think most people think that deodorant, cologne is expensive, but there are types of cologne, like you can invest in what's for your budget.
Exactly,
but like invest on what's for your budget. Roll-on, invest in things like roll-on, deodorant, you know, body sprays that are affordable. And imagine, people rarely tell the difference. If you're someone who's a bit of a fragrance head like me and you, love fragrances. We can tell the vanilla, we can smell the nice
spices,
some musk. You know, this smells a bit more floral. This is sweet. Like just that. If you're that type of person who's very particular, then invest in good cologne. But if you're not and you don't feel pressed, invest in something for your own body odor because it's a real thing. So we sat in that room for like 2 hours. Oh man, it was
2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah.
Wow.
We left laughing.
That's the thing. And then the thing is, even if there was money on the table, do you know what I mean? It's kind of, you kind of started on...
damn, man. Like, it's not a good look. That's all I'll say.
That's so true. And I think a practical tip I'll tell guys is, okay, even if they're like, I can't spend money on cologne, soap and regular use of it. Like, it literally starts there, because the thing is, you could, even that guy, he might have put on some expensive cologne, but he didn't do the groundwork. You can't ever cover body odor. You can't ever cover it. You have to get rid of it. And that means daily. That means daily or twice a day. Like hot points, your necks, you're everywhere. Do you know what I mean? As a guy, it's so important because especially we live in Africa. Like this is a hot place. And if it's not a regular thing that you do, you're going to try and cover it up. You start getting nervous. And imagine if you go through the day nervous about your smell. You can't think, you haven't got clarity. You can't achieve what you want to do. Do you see what I mean? So that's why it's so important. I can't stress it enough.
Another strong point I think to just touch on is when you're using a fragrance in an African country, it's hot. So you have to know pick fragrances
kind
that
of light.
pick fragrances that aren't too strong because this is a hot country. Like pick fragrances that are sweet, easy, chill. Even people around you, and you also have to know the difference between day fragrances and night fragrances.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
So
true.
there's a lot to talk about that.
Yeah.
I love cologne.
Yeah. But now,
But just like do the research, know the differences between day fragrances and night fragrances, and know what cologne works for your body odor.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy for you to get up and like just buy anything from the shop.
Yeah.
But you have to figure out what smells well with how I smell.
Exactly.
So knowing yourself
it has to complement.
fundamental.
100%. But guys, start with the base level, and when you go out there, you stepped out, you can smell yourself, you've dressed good. There's no way you don't have. Okay. That's a strong start. I was going to say there's no way you don't have a good day, but there's no way that that's going to hinder you
from having a good day.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So guys, that was our topic on grooming, self-esteem and fashion. The reason we really wanted to touch on this is because there is such an intrinsic link between the two. And when you go out there, you're smelling good, you're looking good, it's not going to hinder you from having a good day. But if you're going out there, you're not smelling your best, you don't feel comfortable in your clothes, that's now a hindrance when you're trying to achieve things. And we're all about achieving things on Mantle.
Always achieve things. Chase greatness, guys. Yeah, man. So I think this is going to be our last episode for this season. It bleeds into the December time. So ladies, please get your guy a shirt. Get your guy some cologne. Make him smell good.
Come on.
All the ladies who love watching Man Talk and have been with us since day one. Shout out to Palesa. Shout out to Malaika.
The thing is, if we start names, you might
to
miss out a few. But
shout out to all of you.
Yeah, all of you. Lulu, Samia. Shout out to you.
Shout out to all of you.
We hope you've enjoyed it. That was November. And we've got some more stuff coming. Got some more stuff coming. And girls, if you don't have a man, get it for your dad. Start with the one guy in your life. Get it for your dad.
Your bro. Let him smell good, look good, dress good.
Feel good.
I feel like it's a vibe.
It's a vibe. Hope you've learned something. Hope you've enjoyed it. See you next time, guys.
Bye.